All right, tonight is the last night left in our fermented feed. So we're gonna use up what we got, save the liquid, and put it back in to start a new fresh batch. So I'm going to go ahead and strain that. Can't do that and hold the phone, so I'll come back to you. All right, now that we got the strained fermented feed and our leftover water separated, like I said, we're going to reuse this because that's already started the fermentation process. It already has a good bacteria going in it. Might as well use it. I don't have to use the apple cider vinegar or anything else to get it going. I just use what I've already got. I'm going to take this down and feed it to the girls. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to go ahead and just start all over again. Okay, now we got eggs taken care of, bucket rinsed. I'm going to show you how we start the fermentation process with the feed. Like I said before, I just fill up this tote. If you notice anything different with our feed, it has no corn in it. We do corn-free, soy-free feed. Our corn, or our feed is organic, so we pay a little bit more for it than normal people probably do. But I also don't get it in pellets. That way, I think it's better for them not to have it all ground up. I wouldn't want my food to be baby food the rest of my life, so since I ferment, pellets would just turn to mush. And the powder that's in here is hard enough to get out of the water when it's fermented as it is. So I can only imagine the pellets would be a real pain in the butt. Alright, so got that. Now we'll take this in and put it in the water that we already have in there. All right, we got that in there. We're just gonna go ahead and dump this in. Isn't that easy? And then, just like I did last time, I'm gonna go ahead and add the spices and herbs that I put in there. Get you to sit still for me so that I can do this. They sell stuff online you could buy. I just run to the good old Wally World and get some garlic powder. So I'm gonna do 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how long what they sell last. I just know that I can get the same amount at the store, and just like our food, I like to know where it comes from and not have it prepackaged. And it's working. Like I said, we haven't had any mites. Just got to get the girls wormed. Of those. And when this stuff ferments, oh my gosh, does that garlic take over. That's all you can smell when I open up that bucket is garlic. But for me, it's better than smelling this black pepper. And we didn't go on vacation. I threw some stuff in with it dry, but they did not have it the whole time we were gone because they only had it whatever we put out, what we left for our sitter to feed, did not have any more in it, and they just had whatever I had left. I didn't have enough of everything left, so that's why when I came back I had to buy all new because we didn't have any. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to put it in the sink. I'm going to get the water filled up so that it's over top of the grain that's in there, because the grain will soak it all up. You want it to all stay submerged. That's the thing, is you don't want it to be exposed to air at all. Once it's exposed to air, it's going to start molding and you're going to lose your feed that you got in there. As long as it stays under the water, you're good. So I put it in, I stir it initially, and then I take out every night, and that's kind of the stirring there. But other than that, I just leave it go until I finish it all. Like I said, a gallon lasts us about 3-4 days, depending on how much I end up having to feed. Now I washed down along the sides with the hose and everything else, and then I'm just letting it fill up. I use straight out of the tap. Like I said, our water is filtered. We have a filtration system here behind me, and it does have salt in it for the hard water. Our girls are 2 years old now, and it doesn't seem to bother them. Well, no, they are not 2 years old. They are only a year old, a year and a half old. Trying to rush things further than they are, I guess. We are still fairly fresh to chickens. We aren't as experienced as some people are out there. All right, let me get this turned off and get it out of the sink. Might as well go ahead and stir it up while it's in the sink. I knocked all those herbs down as soon as I touched it. They all pretty much went down. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom, flick it up in there. The bottom is cold because it had that pre-fermented water in it that's been sitting down here in the basement on the floor, so it stays nice and cool. The stuff on top is warm because I filled it with warm water. Alright, make sure everything's down along the sides. Alright, good to go. Alright, we got it down on the floor. All that's left is put the lid on it. Might as well rinse this off while I have that here. Rinse my hand off. The underside doesn't really get a whole too much dirty because all it does is sit on top, but a little rinse every once in a while doesn't hurt anybody. And that's got a rubber gasket along it so that it keeps the air out. So once I snap it on there, it'll be airtight. Maybe you scrub it next time, but that'll work for now. Alright. Okay, we're done. We're all set for tomorrow. It'll just come down, we'll scoop some out and feed them again. Have a good night.